Ryan Coogler, funniest story, my very first short film, it starred Marshawn Lynch, who's also
Mhm.
from Oakland and is
Yeah.
also just, like, superstar at what he does. And
Yeah, I went to Berkeley
so
when he was, when he was playing there,
oh,
so
wow.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
I love
crazy.
him.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah.
So, people were giving me a really hard time on set. Like, I remember it wasn't supposed to rain, and out of nowhere, it started pouring down raining, and, like, my gaffer slipped and fell and was like, "We're gonna sue you." And a whole bunch of them were like, "The last movie we did was Black Panther, and Ryan Coogler would never run a set like this. We shouldn't
Oh
even
my
be on a
god.
film set this small." Marshawn was like, "Okay, I got something for y'all." We wrapped. And he's like, "I gotta make a phone call, but I want everybody to stay right here." He comes back and he's like, "Alright, I got Ryan on speakerphone. Ryan,
Ah!
I'm with a bunch of people that worked on Black Panther." And Ryan was like, "Oh, what's up, y'all? Thank you so much." And he's like, "Nah, don't thank them niggas." Sorry if I get worse.
No,
And
you're fine.
he's like, "They being disrespectful today, female," I hate the word female also, but
Yeah.
his words, "But they being disrespectful today, female director, and you all never need to employ these niggas again because they don't know how to respect. She's great. She's brilliant. She's this, she's that." And Ryan was like, "Hey, y'all, like, nah, that ain't cool. If I find
Yeah.
out it's issues again, it's a problem. Like, y'all not gonna be with me." And
Yeah.
Marshawn was like, "Bet that," and like hung up, and he
Oh
was
my
like, "Bet we
god.
won't have no problems no more."
Yeah, oh my god, I love that. That is those I mean, both of them are exactly who
Oh,
they seem to
like, okay,
be.
one, I'm like fangirling because you literally
Yeah.
like, "Wait, call him back. Let me say
Yeah,
hi."
right? You're like, "Can I talk to him?"
Right, but also, thank you. It was just
Mhm.
so crazy. But Ryan really cares about the treatment of women. He cares about the treatment of
Yeah.
everybody on his set. But just historically, women have a very hard time on film sets. And we have a hard time getting access. And when
Mhm.
we do finally get that access, we have a hard time being treated fairly, being treated with respect. And he cares about that. So that was 6 years ago that this incident happened, but,
Mhm.
just knowing even now that he wants to work with, women, he wants them to be the DPs and the, wardrobe stylists, and he wants them to have really important roles in his films, like
Mhm.
with Blumeney's character, and yeah, he's true about it. It's not just a facade, and, like, I've experienced it firsthand. And so I'm happy that other people are really seeing how much he cares about women in film.
Yeah, no, I mean, God, just even in the other Oscar nominated films where the female characters are either non-existent or aren't as fleshed out
You're
as
not
the
fleshed
three main
out.
characters that he created for Sinners. Like
Yeah.
what a dearth of like, amazing female characters where they're
Mhm,
completely different. They all have different roles, which is like,
mhm.
hello, that's how women are in real
Yeah,
life. Um
exactly.
and they're not there to, like, push the narrative forward to make the main character's story work,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's an amazing experience for you.
He really does care, and so, I saw this, post yesterday about best supporting actresses and, like, how long they're on screen,
Mm,
and I think Womney's on screen only was it, like, 18 minutes?
mhm,
And everybody was like, "Whoa." It felt like she was on screen so much longer than that, because of just how integral her character was to the film and how
mhm,
much we felt towards her and towards
mhm.
Annie. And it's just like, yeah, when you actually care, like you said about fleshing out a female character, like that is how you can feel about them. You have so much context to who they are as a character that their presence feels a lot larger than it is. And so, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I think it's just easy for the marketing behind Sinners to be as great as it is because Coogler cares.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so the lessons learned from that is that, I don't know, you can make your passions interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So a lesson I have is to take what people are saying about you here, the movie, and use that to then come up with your own creative ideas about how to post on your own and promote, your thing, right? Like, so the fact that, you see all these fan cams coming out about, particular
Mhm,
scenes then lets you know that, hey, people want to know more about this. And then because you have
mhm,
access to more information, then you can give that information saying like, hey, this is what Michael B. Jordan was doing. Like, this is how he separated the two characters, right?
mhm.
And this is what Ryan Coogler was thinking when he was like filming this. And this is the cinematographer that people are talking about right now. And really putting it in the context of like the art, but then also the film to give people more details on the information
Yeah,
that they're, looking for. Which is,
yeah,
really cool to kind of have that access to, that content that otherwise wouldn't exist unless you were paying attention to what people are talking about.
totally. You're really good at this.
Yeah. I've had more experience. Okay, so a couple takeaways from like everything is just how important it is to try to create more organic methods of marketing
Mhm,
through like an ambassadors program, through paying attention to like the fan cams, through being like honest. I think one thing I didn't mention in the Timothy Chalamet thing was like he was being honest and he's getting pilloried for that, and then we wonder why artists don't want to have opinions about things, right?
mhm,
Like we have that like famous viral clip of Tina Fey saying that like you reach a certain level of like fame and all of a sudden you can't have opinions because people are going to come at you, And this is exactly what's happening to him. Even though what he said is true and why he's talking about it is because he doesn't want that to then happen to movies, which is starting to happen, right? We talked about last week that like, AMC is talking about having like premium pricing for like seats, right? And it's like if it's becoming less accessible to people, then like the people that are going to be affected by it, like the movie stars, should be talking about it to the
yes,
people that they're, trying to get in front of. And I think
mhm,
that's what he was, trying to talk about. And that's one of the lessons here where it's like go to where the people are, see what they're saying, and then figure out what you can do to fix the situation. Um,
yeah.
but that requires listening to people and not just assuming that you know best because you've been doing it.
And also for social media to not be so judgmental towards celebrities because they're people too. There's going to be slip ups, but as long as it's not
Mhm,
outrightly offensive, like
mhm.
just chill out.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Like, let's bring back people having opinions and being able to like say things. Not you don't have to get
Yeah.
behind everything, you know?
Like I just don't want it to become so much like media training where actors
Yeah.
and people become robots. Like that's not what we want. We want them to still be real people. So yeah, just but the best way we can do that is by like just chilling out a little bit. Like
Yeah, I agree.